All right. How was y'all's Thanksgiving?
My
Let's
guts are
start
still
there.
recovering, pause, from the
Damn,
stuffing,
you wasted no time.
and the mashed taters and gravy and the green bean casserole and the turkey and the ham.
What was
I'm
the first thing
still
on your plate?
mashed potatoes and gravy.
Boom. That's why, last week, mashed potatoes and gravy was kicking, and you know what I'm saying? I thought the only thing that was gonna beat it was dessert. Dessert beat it, and
Uh-oh.
then the turkey beat it. Dang, he just
Uh-oh. That must be a bolt.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a bolt to the bathroom.
No, no, no.
I thought the
I was
gluten
trying
was,
to
was
do.
coming back for
No,
Thanksgiving.
man. I was trying to recreate the tendernism videos. Y'all probably don't know what I'm talking about.
I have
I'm
no
not gonna
idea.
get into it on the podcast, but we'll.
yeah, I was gonna say, bro,
Yeah,
algorithms are different.
yeah.
Algorithms are different. Cameron, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was cool. Man, there's something wrong with me. I don't, it must be an age thing or I don't know, man. I can't eat like I used to. I get little bitty servings of everything on my plate. And then bro, I'm fucking miserable. Miserable off one plate. I used to be able to eat like three or four of them bitches. I can't eat hardly at all without being miserable.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
probably just age. I'm the same way.
Bro,
20s.
I used to smash plates of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. I mean, you
Now it's
probably
like one and
could.
done.
Yeah, you probably could now. It would just, it's not worth the wall you're gonna hit. It's not worth the
It's
the next morning, like, ugh.
it's gonna talk back to you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Like I just feel like I can't breathe after
Yeah.
one plate. I'm like, God, I can't fucking breathe.
It's the
What is wrong with me?
it hits in your chest. You're like,
You ever got one of
start
those
leaning
pains and
back.
thought like, oh shit, this is it?
Yeah, that's the
Because I ain't,
one.
I ain't, I ain't never felt this before in my life.
He's
my
Yeah.
calling
my
me
left
home.
side is shut down.
Yeah. You'd be like, oh my God, people start looking at you and then you start getting more nervous. Oh God,
I,
there
I
must be
think
something wrong.
I think that's why we have the naps. We have like the after Thanksgiving, just don't do shit for about 2 to 3 hours,
Yeah.
and a nap could consist of that. That's the only thing that helps it. Because if you were to stay awake and try to be active after a full plate of that, you might be going home. Know what I mean, you might be hitting that upper room.
Yeah, I definitely can't move after Thanksgiving. We usually have like two or three. First one's with my family, and we went on Thursday. Bro, I was worthless. I was worthless after that first play, and I got that first play almost immediately after getting there. But after that first play, I was worthless. I didn't do nothing. I just chilled, watched a little bit of football, talked a little bit of trash, hyped up some Cowboy fans. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys are in the hunt. Everybody's in the hunt now. Even the Dolphins are in the hunt. It's crazy, crazy, crazy,
Ga-
crazy, crazy.
gang,
Yeah,
gang.
it's crazy. But before we get to the Dolphins, obviously, there's a couple things we wanted to talk about. So first, going from Thanksgiving to Christmas, what there's like a deadline, and some people are either right before or way after. But when is it acceptable to put up Christmas decorations or even to go into it further? When is it okay to loudly give your Christmas cheer?
November 1st.
I see. I don't agree with that because you got a lot of Thanksgiving prep. I think the week before Thanksgiving is like you break them out. You get them in the bullpen. You get them warmed up. Okay, get them ready. You get them loose, and then the day after, or Black Friday, or the Saturday after Thanksgiving, perfectly appropriate. And then they stay up until the middle of January, and then you take them down. You just gotta get for the people that do decorate anything for Valentine's Day. Then you just clean it up and get it out of the house.
Who the fuck decorates a house for
I
Valentine's Day?
said for I said for the people that do, not me.
Yeah,
I'm
remember
I'm
Isaiah got canceled last week, so he has to
He's got to be
tread on
careful. He's got
eggshells.
to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have to be as PC positive as I possibly
Listen,
can.
man. November 1st from 6 to 12 a.m. Halloween's coming down. From 1 to 8 p.m. Christmas is going up.
Well, it depends on how much you put out for Christmas. If
All of
it
it. And I'm blasting Christmas music. I don't give a fuck.
See, I'm not. I think I'm there now. Like
So
just like right
here,
now is like where I
here's
do the
my thing.
Christmas music.
When people say the holiday season, right? It's Thanksgiving and Christmas. And so after Halloween, it
Oh, fuck New
becomes the
Year's, huh?
holiday season. Yeah, my bad. And New Year's, whatever. So after Halloween, it turns to the holiday season. And I don't know about so here okay, so let me backpedal. I'll say this. I think it's perfectly acceptable to put up outdoor Christmas decor in November. People do decorate because there is no outdoor Thanksgiving decor for the most part. I mean, there some people have a little bit of things on the porch, but if you want to wait on the indoor, because most people do decorate the inside of their home with, Thanksgiving stuff, fine. But not me. It's all going up. I don't give a fuck. It's all going up. And we're getting in the cheer. We're caroling.
I ain't singing shit. But hey, this is law. So if you young, you about to buy a house. I mean, you need to take notes because I remember like when me, Isaiah, and a couple other dudes moved out, we lived in that neighborhood and more. We didn't have no decorations. So we didn't know the rules of the neighborhood. The rules of the neighborhood is usually around November 1st you can start throwing some stuff up. But you can't throw everything up because if you do, they'll knock on your door. Hey,
Yeah.
Mhm.
take some of
I
this
will
shit.
say, if you live in an HOA, I know that's
Oh
a
God.
they have a bit. Man, I've
I
I've
kn
seen some HOAs where like if somebody spends $800 on Christmas decor outside, you have everybody in the neighborhood or on the street have to match. Like everybody has to decorate the same extent. That's fucking stupid to me. That's why I'll
No.
never move into a neighborhood like that. They got
I
me
don't
No.
fucked up.
I
No.
do not blame you.
No. I would never do that. I will say the tree is like probably the day after Thanksgiving. You put the tree up.
I put
So
my tree up last week.
what if you're not hosting a Thanksgiving? Like what if you go to family's house? So nobody's coming in your home. Cause
Yeah.
that to me is what like I don't ever host. So my tree's up first week of November. My tree goes up just so I can. Because if I'm gonna spend the effort to put all my Christmas shit up, I want to look at that shit
Make
for
it
more than a month.
last. You want
Yeah,
to make it
like
last.
I want to enjoy my damn lights and tree and decorations.
I won't lie to you. The reason that I take my tree down before Thanksgiving and put it up is because I don't want to have to do it the day after Thanksgiving, bro.
Yeah.
There's too much stuff to do. And after that, I just kind of want to chill the next couple days until I start dreading the work week. And
Well,
so I don't want to put the tree up. I do it usually a week before Thanksgiving. And I think one time we got spicy and we did it 2 days or 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. But
Ooh.
yeah, I'm around
oh,
there.
okay. I mean, it's always going to be a group effort, so you got to make sure everybody else is ready for that on a Saturday morning or like a Sunday morning to go ahead and put the tree up. But I mean, for the most part, yeah, it's a couple hours tops. I don't have Christmas lights on the outside of our house. One, it's a lot of Christmas lights, and two, I ain't about to pay nobody to do that, so my pride won't allow me to do that yet.
Hey,
Maybe
I'm the
one day.
same way. I'm the same
Maybe
way.
one day. But right
I just
now,
don't. I don't like to do it after Thanksgiving because I feel like Friday's Black Friday, and then my family got yeah. I mean, y'all know how my family does it. I got fucking 8 different Thanksgivings. Ridiculous. So I don't have time the weekend after, and then the Sunday after, it's like I'm trying to recoup from all the Thanksgiving stuff. And then from that point on, all my free time, I try to spend shopping and wrapping presents. So I'm not trying to deal with no damn decorating. I already got enough going on. Shit.
if that's the case, just don't even put enough
November
at your
1st.
house.
November 1st, Isaiah.
Hard stop, November 1st. All right, whatever. When, then the next question you could say is when do you start breaking out? Snoop Dogg's Christmas album or East Atlanta Santa by Gucci Mane? That's the real question. What day is that?
Last day of November today.
That's when the East Atlanta Santa comes up?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what, like shoot. We watched The Grinch last night, so
He said, I don't know what the fuck they talk about.
yeah. I'm getting my movies in. I don't even care. And that's the next
Yeah.
question is what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Friday after
Mm.
next.
This fucking guy. Shut the fuck
I'm
up.
a bad Santa guy personally.
Yeah, yeah, Bad Santa's probably up to, yeah.
I don't know.
Bad Santa.
I'm
I like
I'm
Jingle All the
probably
Way. Just my
Yeah,
top.
Jingle All the Way's up there and probably my top three. But man, it's hard, dude. It's hard to beat. I mean, it's hard to beat just the OG Santa Claus with Tim Allen. Sorry,
It's a good one.
that's probably my favorite all time. The OG or the Santa Claus too.
Mine is usually I always either go Bad Santa or Jim Carrey's Grinch. Jim
Yeah.
Carrey's Grinch was
Yeah,
that was some heat. That dude he did his singing that movie.
Yeah.
Jingle
But
All the
yeah,
Way is a banger though. I think it's the most underrated Christmas movie of all
yeah.
time.
I mean, first of all, the fact that somebody was like, we're gonna give Arnold Schwarzenegger a regular ass name and then have him be a part of a Christmas movie. Shout
It's
out to the
Turbo
studio.
time.
Yeah. It's turbo time. Put that cookie down. No.
One of the greatest one-liners of all time.
I mean, anything that he tries to say, like he can't say the word turbo, so the entire movie, anytime he says it, I'm just like my ears just pop up like a dog. I'm like, ooh, do it again, do it again. But yeah, Friday After Next is a Christmas movie. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. I don't care what anybody says. Don't argue with me. Don't quote me. Talk to
Are
God
you
about it.
upsetting some people, bro?
Yeah. Who the hell do you think you are? You put Friday After Next up there and not Die Hard? What's the matter with you?
When is there any holiday cheer spread during the movie of Die Hard?
What makes a Christmas movie a Christmas movie?
Yeah, I
Spreading
could.
holiday cheer for all to hear.
That's not what
And they
Google
did that.
says. That's not what
And they
Google
did
says.
that in Friday After Next.
I
Okay.
mean, you're right, but I'm saying Google says that it's just taking place during Christmas. Some theme to it. So if you see, honestly, if you see a Christmas tree, that's being a Christmas
Boom.
theme.
Boom.
That's all I'm saying, bro. Like you can get into the gray area and make
You
it at least make this a conversation. I'm on the outside of the conversation because I really don't care. Because like either way, I'm not. I'm gonna watch Bad Santa. I'm gonna watch Friday After Next. I'm gonna watch The Grinch 5,000 times. I'm gonna watch Elf.
see,
And
Elf is might be one of my least favorites. Not like it's bad, but just one of my least
nostalgia, bro.
favorites.
I watched it whenever I was little. There's some other like Christmas Miracle. I can watch the Mickey Mouse Scrooge movie.
Yeah,
I
that
can
one was
watch
good.
that. Um, well, I'm trying to think of other. I know I used to watch a bunch of cartoon themed Christmas stuff like
The
man, Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
yeah the claymation version of like Jack Frost. Then Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was
Yeah,
up
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. Rudolph has to be up there. That's one of my favorite songs around Christmas time. I mean, I know a lot of people defrost Mariah in like March. I,
Disgusting work. I
I,
was talking about that with my family. I was like, could you imagine? Like, she has way more music, but everybody always just keeps her in that lane every year, and it's one song. And she makes millions of dollars every year just by defrosting, coming out, singing it twice.
banger.
Once at Christmas, yeah, once at New Year's, and then
Once you
goes
get that
back.
lottery ticket, baby, that's all you need. You don't need
Yep.
nothing else. If she can sing that for the rest of her life, it's always going to be played around Christmas.
I just don't want
All that other
them to
shit nobody
do.
cares about. People forgot she
I don't
feuded
want
with
them to.
Eminem.
They shouldn't do her the way that they like the way that Ozzy was performing before he died, and just sitting in a chair. I'm like, nah, you just got to cut it out at that point.
Nah, bruh. You gotta get them checks, boy.
Start
Gotta get
willing
them
them out.
checks. You seen this economy, bruh? Shit is expensive. Yeah, he gotta pay them bills, bruh. Shouts out to the GOAT RIP Ozzy. All right, we can start talking about it because I was 100% wrong last week. Um, I said that the Steelers was gonna win, and they didn't. Um, Caleb Williams, he it was an internal war. It was an internal war because it's like I want to sit here and be like, I hate you, Caleb Williams. Everything about me, my Sooner blood, it hates you, Caleb Williams. But I couldn't. I had to sit there and watch him carve carve the Steelers up, and it led me right back to the place that every Steelers fan gets to easily 4 to 5 times every year, which is nothing is gonna change until you change it. And I don't know what that exactly is. I don't know if it's just a head coaching thing. I don't know if it's the front office as well. I don't know what it is. But fellas, we're in early December. The Steelers get the Bills and the Ravens, who neither team looks good. I truly believe that the Steelers are going to finish 10-7. I don't know if they're going to win the division. I don't know if they're going to do nothing like that, but I truly feel like they are. Is that my Steelers bias?
Well,
Yes.
I think
All
you're
right,
I
I
well,
appreciate it.
see, I disagree. I don't know. I think you're a little low on that loss because Caleb Williams has been doing that motherfucking thing to everybody.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
It
mean, he
makes me
just
feel
carved up the
better.
Eagles like it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
nothing.
It makes me
No,
feel
no, hold
better.
on.
It's
Their
just
run game killed the Eagles. They had two people go over 100 yards rushing.
So,
Like the Eagles just got treated.
so
That's not him
who's
carving them
who's
up.
who's commanding the offense?
Who's handing the ball off to Kyle
Who is
Guy and
commanding the
DeAndre
offense
Swift?
and making the checks at the line? Who's doing it, Isaiah?
I don't
it's
think
Caleb.
Caleb Williams really
It's
checks out
Caleb.
of
It's
the
Caleb.
things.
Hey,
With
Caleb
his
is
fingernails,
yeah,
it's Caleb.
Caleb is low key having a solid
Good
second
year.
season. Yeah, 20 he's at 2,700 yards right now, 17 touchdowns to 5 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
That's I mean, that's tough. He
He
like you said, Isaiah, statistically, he didn't blow it away against the Eagles at all, just 154 yards, a touchdown, and interception. But man, the
he
Hard.
made the
Steelers,
throws when he needed
but
to.
yeah,
He made the throws when he
but
needed to.
but I don't think any quarterback is gonna just come out every single week and carve it up. They're gonna have some weeks where they don't either have to do it or they just don't have it. Caleb, bro,
Yeah.
he's splashed. He's splashed. He's had a couple of down weeks where it's like zero, no touchdowns to one interception or 1-1. But he's starting to hit his ceiling a little bit more, I think. I think
Uh,
he's re-entered that conversation of is who's the best from that draft class? Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Caleb Williams. And it's like as we get 6 months into the future, the shit changes. Because
that's
before it
the
was Jaden Daniels, then now it's Drake May, and then Caleb is kind of surging back up. Like, hey, don't forget.
that's the step that Caleb Williams needed to take. And
Because
a
if he
year ago he
didn't,
was trying to be a hero. He's trying to do it all. And now he's kind of figuring out just run the system. Ben Johnson's system has been proven with Jared fucking Goff. So that
I don't
Detroit
like
off,
that
you just
disrespect.
run.
I don't like
If you
that.
just
I
run the
don't like that.
offense, run the offense. Don't try to do too much. Just run the fucking offense. And Caleb Williams is figuring that out. Some days the offense is going to call for him to go for 404 tutties. Some days it's going to call for him to run the ball a little more. And some days he's just going to hand it off. But I don't know. I can't remember last week when we talked about playoff teams. I remember I was stuck on the NFC North, and it was because Chicago. I didn't know if I wanted to believe them or trust them. I can't remember if I ended up telling or saying that I thought they would win the division or not. One of the divisions I took a surprise team.
No, I think you said Chicago. And I
That's what
think
I
I was
thought.
like,
Yeah.
I think you said Chicago, and I was like, I still think Green Bay will win the division. But yeah, I think y'all said that Chicago would win it.
Yeah, man, their defense is solid, bro. Like I think they
And they're
lead the
not
league
even
in
healthy.
takeaways.
Yeah, they do, and they're not even healthy. That's what pissed me off last week, is because they were missing their top three linebackers. They were missing corners. I think Jalen
Corners,
Johnson's
yeah.
been
Jared
hurt most of the
Johnson.
year. Yeah.
Yeah.
And bro, they had
I just like what they have. I like how all season they've won games different ways. Some games they've won defensively. Some games they've won with the run game. Some games they've won with Caleb Williams airing it out. I don't know. I feel like they can beat you on in a bunch of different ways. That's why I like them. It's just
Yeah.
after what we watched last year, it's really hard. It's really hard to trust Caleb sometimes. But I mean, he's been doing it this year, so props to him. What a fucking draft class, by the way, when it comes to quarterbacks.
Yeah. That's
Man,
that's one of those draft classes that every time I watch them play, I'm like, man, this is gonna challenge that Marino Elway draft, in my opinion, for the best quarterback draft of all time because they're cooking. I mean, what the only one out of them right now that's just kind of ass is JJ McCarthy.
Oh,
yeah.
you talk about nine? We don't
Yeah,
call him
yeah,
JJ McCarthy. That's
yeah,
nine. Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
He
Nine interceptions.
somebody I saw a video, I think it was from the same guys of the video for the another topic that we're talking about today, but they did side by side stats of one guy versus another guy. And they picked the guy on the right, and the guy on the right was Jamarcus Russell. Had better numbers than JJ McCarthy after their first 12 games in the league.
Yeah, I think people. I believed into the smoke just a little bit, but I also think that's what keeps me kind of hesitant on like Will Howard for the Steelers too. Is I watched JJ McCarthy lead Michigan to a championship game, and he didn't have pretty success. He didn't have that it factor. It was just mostly the defense. We run the ball, and JJ was athletic enough to at times he was able to make plays. People thought that would transition to the NFL, and it didn't. Um, I think JJ McCarthy from that draft was the Kenny Pickett, and people thought that Bo Nix was going to be the Kenny Pickett.
That's true. I think what turned people kind of away from Bo Nix too was he, his age and his time at Auburn. Because when he was at Auburn, he was not good. He just kind of benefited from being at Oregon, and even when he was at Oregon, like they still lost some games. It wasn't just like a clear cut runaway. This guy's balling week in and week out. It was like he did some good things, he did some bad things, but overall, like he just played
I,
okay.
I had a, I don't know. I had a little bit of a different take on Bo Nix because I mean, outside of Bo Nix, since Cam Newton, who the fuck has done anything at quarterback at Auburn? I mean, Bo Nix didn't do much, but he did a lot more than anybody else.
That is true.
So when he went to Oregon, I thought, okay, this is what somebody looks like when they're not in a shit like, and I'm not even saying like shit offense. It's just Auburn in general is not a, I mean, they have one great year, what, every
Two,
10?
two, yeah.
One or two great years every 10 or so. And outside of that, it just seems like it's always a dumpster fire at Auburn. Like I feel like every year, like even in coach's first year, they're talking about firing coaches down there. I'm like, I don't know. I wasn't very high on Bo Nix because I thought he was kind of old. But then, like the older I've gotten, the more I've changed my tune on that too. Because I feel like if you have a team that has weapons and you're looking for a quarterback, why not draft a guy that's a little aged? That just means he's going to have more experience. He's more mature. Game's probably moving slower for him. Why would you bring in a 19, 20-year old where the game's going to be hella fast for a couple of years when you have all the other stuff? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I feel like Bo Nix was drafted into almost a perfect situation
yeah, and
because Denver had weapons and a defense.
and Sean Payton, and I think people overdid the age thing a little bit because obviously he's not like uh, Tyler
I
Shuck.
think it was like 24 or something.
Yeah,
Was
yeah, he
he
was like 23,
23,
just
20?
turning 24 or something like that, and people thought he was too old. I'm similar. Quarterbacks, especially now, they can play longer, so that age didn't really bother me. He's hitting a little bit of a slump, and I know people are saying he's hitting that second year wall, but I think people fall in love with numbers. So as long as you're putting up numbers, they're happy. Oh, he's still one of the best young quarterbacks in the league. And I think he's also learning. I don't need to be Superman every play. I can check this motherfucker down, play off of this defense that we have, make the game easy, make plays at the end of the game to win us games. And people don't like it. So a lot of people like Colin Cowherd, he was saying how if he was Sean Payton, he would move. He thinks Sean Payton's starting to slowly move off of Bo Nix, and I'm like, no, he Bo just understands. Hey, my job is not to throw for 5,000 yards. In fact, my job is to win football games. And throwing for 5,000 yards puts the ball in harm way more than it does the other way. Let's just scale it back, not put the ball in harm's way, which he does sometimes, but let's not put the ball in harm's way and let's make plays late.
Bo knows ball, so you have to believe. Best record in the NFL right now. Or tied for the best record
Tied
in
with
the
the
It's either,
NFL
Patriots, I
right now.
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do y'all feel like they are the best two teams in the league?
No.
No.
Who do y'all think are the best teams in the actual
Rams.
best teams in the league?
The Rams.
I like the Rams too. I still believe I
You
still
still
believe
believe?
that
No.
I still believe that the Eagles are one of the top teams in the league. I mean, I don't know. They're not playing clean right now, but I feel like they play playoff style football, so they just got to get there.
Hmm. It's not pretty.
And I like the Bills still, man. I still think the Bills. By the way, Kansas
Whoa,
City,
whoa,
get the
whoa,
fuck out.
Cameron.
Get
Whoa,
them
hold
out.
on, hold on,
Get
hold
them
on,
out of
hold on.
here.
No, we
Get
can.
them
I'll
out of
let you
here.
cook Kansas City. I'll let you cook Kansas City. So that leads me
Yo,
to a
yo,
quick,
yo,
quick
chill,
rabbit
dog.
hole. A quick, yeah, 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 hell yeah. That leads me to a rabbit hole. A lot of people, and I'm not one of them, but a lot of people do think that Buffalo may also be where the Chiefs are, which is it was a nice run, but it's
Yeah.
time for these younger teams to push you guys out there. Some would say that Baltimore, Buffalo, Kansas City, they're now unks. You know what I'm saying? They're not, you know what I'm saying, little bro or anything no more. They're not YNs no more. They're unk. And it's time for them to move along so that the next generation can come through. I don't think that Buffalo is in that spot. And I honestly there maybe it's just like recency bias, my bad. But maybe it's I just think that the Chiefs can still do enough to squeak into the playoffs. And if they get in, I think they're dangerous as hell.
Get them
So,
out.
But is Buffalo done? Or are they, you think Buffalo comes out and hangs 40 points at Acrisure Stadium today? Yes, I'm saying Acrisure Stadium. Because if
I
they
don't
lose
think
Heinz
they
today,
Field did he?
I
if
don't
they
think
lose,
they hang
if
40, but I don't man. I think that number one, when they lose, they always come out the next game throwing fucking haymakers, and they usually end up winning by like 30.
and there you go.
But I think they get to a place like a complacency state. Like they think that it's the team of 4 years ago where you know they can do whatever whenever. But in reality, this year it seems like or it feels like it's Josh Allen or nothing. Like, and that's no disrespect to James Cook, but Cook I feel like is killing every game. But it's what Josh Allen where how he comes out, where his mind is at week in and week out dictates kind of what Buffalo's doing. It's I don't know when he comes out and he's aggressive. I feel like running the ball when he's a factor running the ball. It's a lot different. And sometimes I just feel like he wants to throw it. He just wants to air it out, and that's not his game. I don't know. I just feel like they play hero ball way too much, and it
Yes.
kills them sometimes.
And
Well,
that was a real quick, that was a great take on Josh Allen too. And not a
because
lot of
there's
people feel that
definitely
way.
times that they don't run the fucking ball.
That's also
Yeah.
true. No, go ahead. Go ahead. My fault.
Yeah. Oh no, that's all I was gonna say. Is
Yeah.
sometimes they just refuse to run the ball. James Cook has ran for 1,000 yards already.
Hmm.
He is one this year. He's one of the best backs in the league, and yet there's times where they will completely abandon the run just to be like, "Hey, Josh, go out there and do what you do." But that's not sustainable. Exactly like you said, that's not sustainable throughout the course of, especially considering that your receiving core, and it's no disrespect to Khalil Shakir, but if he is your best receiver,
You have problems.
well, not like he's bad. He's consistent, but he's like on a team. Like let's say he's on the Eagles, he's their third receiver or fourth receiver.
To me, he's like Cole Beasley.
To
Yeah,
me,
like
to me, he is Julian Edelman
Yes.
esque,
yes,
and they need a Gronk if that's
they
gonna work,
need
and they
a
don't.
dude.
Yeah, they
You
need
know what I
somebody
mean?
that it's third down. We need something if Josh can't just run. We need somebody to step up and make a play, and who's gonna win? They don't really have that. They haven't had it since Stephon Diggs left, and that's kind of
Yeah.
ugh.
Well, and
Well,
then
that's what
they
I was
re-signed
like.
Gabe Davis, and I was like, I don't think that this is
But there
gonna
was a
work.
reason that the Jaguars let Gabe Davis just hit the
Yeah.
market. They were like, bro,
Yeah,
Because
you
people
know,
like him and Khalil Shakur, they're just fast. Like it doesn't matter to have a fast receiver to send down the field if you don't have an elite route runner to carve up everything behind them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Like that's what Stephon Diggs was. I mean, that's why he worked so well with Josh Allen's because he could separate so easy on route running and have a lot of space. So Josh Allen's wobbly ducks that he throws sometimes, but you
He
don't
just
have that. He don't have that anymore. And I don't feel like Josh Allen is a guy that would benefit from having like a jump ball kind of receiver because Josh Allen don't throw jump balls. He doesn't throw a touch, my opinion. He fucking
yeah,
rifles everything. So
yeah.
he needs somebody that can.
That's why
He needs a
Keon
CD
Coleman is
Lamb.
kind of pointless. Yeah, you
Pointless.
need
Yeah.
a guy to run across the middle of the field and get space.
Yep.
Shakir is more of like I'm going to run a curl route and then just kind of
I'm
stand
I'm
there.
open.
Yeah,
well, dude, it's easy to adjust for the defenses. They just say like, okay, this is what you want to do. You want to run the ball. You want to throw the ball to Khalil Shakir. Cool. We stop Khalil Shakir. Now what? And they're like, oh my God, what are we supposed to do? We have no idea what to do. And yeah, it's like, yeah, you need a couple of more weapons. I think that they're hoping that Josh elevates some of these other guys. And I truly don't think that they've played their best football this year. But again, they are one of those teams that I think they're teams after they've quote unquote made it, where the regular season becomes more of experimental shit. Oh, let's try this. Let's do that. Let's get looks by doing this. Okay, cool. We're getting close to the end of the season. Let's turn it up. Let's make it at least make sure we can get into the tournament, as Mike Tomlin calls it. But let's get into the tournament. And once you can get into the tournament, anything can happen kind of thing like we seen with the Spurs when they got a little bit older, like we started seeing with Golden State when they got a little bit older is it fuck chasing the one through four seed. We feel comfortable that we can win on the road at all. Just give yourselves a chance. I think that's where Buffalo is right now. And this may be the point in the season where they start clicking, but you know what I mean? Like
uh,
come do it at Acrisure Stadium, bitch.
yeah. You tell him, Marlon. You tell him. You tell him. I definitely think that if you're saying other teams turn up around this time, those teams that have kind of been in the dance enough, is Kansas City turned it down?
Listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Marlon. Here's my deal with Kansas City, dude. They have to win at least three more games than either Houston, Jacksonville, or the Chargers just to make the play, like just to get to the seven seed. That's not happening. Not fucking happening. Pat Mahomes can eat a dick.
No, you're right. And I get it. I think Jacksonville's getting in. I don't think Houston does. I think Houston starts losing games whenever they go from Davis Mills to CJ Stroud, which hopefully gets CJ Stroud's ass moved out of Houston and into Pittsburgh. But that's a conversation for a different day. But I just don't. I mean, one of two things is going to happen. Either the Steelers are going to beat the Bills today and they're going to click and they're going to win the AFC North and Baltimore won't make the playoffs, or the Steelers are going to get the shit kicked out of them. Baltimore is going to get it fixed. Baltimore will beat the Steelers twice. Baltimore is going to win the AFC North and the Steelers won't be in the playoffs. I think that's almost locked in. The Chargers, I don't know. We'll see. I want to see how they bounce back. But outside of that, I truly, truly believe that the Chiefs can do enough down the stretch. And they play the Texans next week. If they're able to beat the Texans, they're able to beat the Chargers, I think they get in. So I think their next two games are both must wins because the rest of the season is the Titans. They do get the Broncos. We'll see what happens there. Can Mahomes make more plays than Bo Nix in a late game? That's one of those, fuck, as much as I think Bo Nix is taking steps, my money would be on Mahomes. And then you finish up with the Raiders. The
Well,
Texans, we'll see.
I think it really depends on if the Broncos, if let's say they keep winning by the time they play Kansas City, that's the second to the last game of the year. Shit, the Broncos might if they got the one seed wrapped up, which they could, mathematically speaking, they might pull him in the second half or something. Or is that the last game of the year for them?
No, it's not the last game of the year, but
Uh,
it's Christmas Day. Is
oh
which is solid. It'll be a solid game, but that could very. I don't think that comes down to who wins the division because I don't think Kansas City will win that division, but
no,
I think it still will hold a lot of value for Kansas City. Kansas City losing to Dallas, that was the one that I was like, oof,
ooh yeah.
oof,
You wanna
oof.
know why?
That
Because the NFL young boy was out there cooking, cuz
bro, and
a
that, I
little
mean,
bit, just a little
no,
bit, just
no, no,
something
like,
slight.
what do y'all think of George? I know I'm not. There's a lot of podcasts that I've seen that have said something along the lines of like George Pickens is a top two receiver in the league right now. I'm not there. I'm not. I think he's performing really really good, but I do
Yes,
also know that. Well, he was performing when CD was out too. I
yeah.
mean, he has a quarterback. I think he could be entering like a notch below what JSN is doing this year, where it's like, oh God, this dude is really, really good. I think George is showing that he's really good, but
I can't I can't put him in the top two because I mean, he's not even the
This is
best
the
player,
first.
best receiver on his own team. Like,
Well, a lot of people
so
are now arguing that point, which is
nah,
going.
man,
That's a huge reach. Yeah,
I'm sorry. Jet, I'm not gonna punish Jettas because of his quarterback situation.
yeah, that's crazy.
Jettas, to me, Jetta's the best receiver in the league.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
then
Or
Jamar
you could
was
one A
doing it
one B
with
with
Joe
with Jamar
Flacco.
Chase.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
yeah,
I'm
I
like.
agree.
You get at any point for the next probably 3 or 4 years at least, you can 1A 1B. Maybe throw in Jackson Smith and Jigba. Anybody from Ohio State basically
Yeah,
can be
for real.
all like 1A through 1D.
Yeah, and
So
are y'all on the same? I think it's two different conversations. Like I think you can have a statistical season where you perform like a top five, but I don't
Yes.
think that that makes you a top five talent. I think
Well,
right.
that just means you're able to produce. And if you were to put Jettas in that situation, he would go crazy. He would make that production look not very good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and also too, I think for NFL young boy, you have to look at. Yes, he missed some games while he was in Pittsburgh, but he only had 1,000 yard receiving season there. And I think what he's doing in Dallas right now is like he's getting the ball more, and it's what he's doing after the catch. I think in Pittsburgh, Marlon. I mean, you can stop me if I'm wrong, but he wasn't treated that way. He wasn't really running like inside slants from the outside and then taking the ball and running after the catch. It was a lot of possession type of balls that he was getting, Pauls, and so it looked different for him, like in that offense, in that Pittsburgh offense. Now they're like, hey, we're gonna try to get you out in space. We're gonna try to kind of get the corner trying to run up and make a play on you, and then we know what you could do after the catch. And I think that's why it's we're seeing a different version of him versus what we saw in Pittsburgh. Like I
Well,
said, if I'm wrong, like tell
no,
me.
no,
But
no, no,
that's
no,
kind of
no.
how I saw it.
The way that I'm seeing it, first, yeah, he was not used that way in Pittsburgh, bro. You could see that he would run them occasionally, and there's some big. You can watch his highlights with Pittsburgh, and there's a couple of times where he would catch a slant and just go crazy. But the game plan was definitely not let's get the ball in George Pickens' hands early and let him make plays. It was let's throw moon balls and just 50-50 balls. So it's like,
Yeah,
okay, you have this talent that can do so much more, and you're turning him into a catch and shoot dude. You have
yeah,
LeBron James, and you want like in his prime, you want him to be a catch and shoot guy. So you're eliminating that talent. All it took was that talent to go somewhere that understands what they're doing on the offensive side of the ball. Motherfucker looks like a star. But
yeah,
this is following a trend that I think we all understand in Dallas that Dallas and Jerry Jones are able to find these receivers that can play together so well and they time it always so good that they catch a guy who was one of the best receivers in the league, still one of the best receivers in the league. And for the next 2 to 3 years, as they're starting to come down to earth, they now have a young dog in place. And I think they did the same thing with CD because they had Amari
Hmm.
Cooper.
Yeah.
Amari was cooking. They brought in CD. CD was the two. Some were arguing that CD was the one. CD then became the one. That could be something that's happening in Dallas because they'll be able to bring George back probably on a wide receiver two contract because he's happy. They're in the hunt and he's making plays. And I think he'll come back, take less, and I think he could be the heir apparent to CD.
Down the road.
I would
And I
just like to
mean,
take a moment. Go ahead. Go ahead. No,
oh no,
you're gonna.
no, no.
I was gonna flip, kind of flip topic. Not. I was gonna stay on Dallas, but I was gonna talk about something different about Dallas. But go ahead. You're still on CD, or you're on
Okay.
George. My bad.
So I and you know what's crazy is Marlon. They're like what 2, 3 years apart from being drafted.
Who?
CD and George
Uh,
Pickens,
Yeah,
right?
something like
Two,
yeah,
three
that.
CD
years.
was
Yeah,
drafted in like 2020, 2021 or something like that.
2020.
20, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so he was 2020, and NFL YoungBoy was what 2022.
20, yeah, 22 or 23.
Yeah.
22,
So
22.
so if you look at that, you're like, man, there's so much youth on their side. I think George would take it just for his career. I don't think he wants to go anywhere else
Yeah, he,
because I mean he's getting the ball at a decent clip.
well, yeah,
And I mean that was the last thing that I was gonna say is like their age is like it's not a huge age gap when like when Amari was in the league for like 6 years,
yeah,
and then he went to Dallas, then they drafted CD.
yeah,
So I mean that's just the last thing I was gonna say. But go ahead, Gabriel.
yeah.
I was just gonna say I think we need to. I think we all need to. I'm not gonna say we all because if you don't like Dallas, you don't have to, I guess. But
Fuck Dallas.
I think Jerry needs to. I
Get his
think Jerry
flowers.
needs yes for the Quinnen Williams deal because that actually looks like a team that knows how to play defense a little bit now.
Yeah,
Like I think that salvaged a lot of what Jerry was getting fried for was the Quentin Williams deal because now you got a run stopper and a pass rusher in the same and just in one player. Plus you got that they got that edge rusher that out of from Cincinnati who's pretty damn solid. I mean they just look like they can play a little bit of defense now and that's all I feel like Dallas needs with the kind of offense that they're running. How efficient that offense is playing. You just need a defense that can generate some stops and not just get man, thrown through like a hot knife and butter. And
yeah,
that's what it felt like I was watching
You know how
Thursday
many
was a team that can get stops.
yeah. Their defense is now good enough for them to make some noise. I don't know if because they're 6-5, I
Yeah.
think, or they're 5-5 or whatever. I
Six,
don't.
five, and one.
Yeah, I
yeah
don't know. I don't know what their ceiling is. It's still Dallas at the end of the day, but I will say
yeah
this is the first Dallas team that I've actually looked at in a while and been like, they can at least make it ugly because
Yeah.
it is hard to cover CD and George Pickens. Like you
Hmm.
essentially for you, and this may be the script for you to beat Dallas, especially if you catch them in the playoffs. You may have to pay somebody top dollars to go drinking with CD and George and keep him out long the night before. That may be the only
keep
way
him
to
out
stop
for
him.
the first
It's
series
not
of the
even
game.
just them though, too. It's like Schottenheimer, the offense he's running is I mean, he's finding ways to get all of their talent, the ball and like advantageous situations. Cavante Turpin was getting plays that I was like, damn, that he schemed that really well and got him around the
Jake
edge.
Ferguson, yeah,
Ferguson's getting open. Fucking Javante Williams is having a resurgence. Like his offense is putting people in advantageous situations all across the board. And then when you start trying to like take away those lesser people, then he hits you on with CD or Pickens over the top. Like I don't know, it just the offense they played against Kansas City was fun to watch, just because of all the different ways he was getting people open and in space.
yeah.
And Dak's having a year now. like Marlon said, I think they can make it ugly, but I still don't think they can win a Super Bowl because I just don't think that Dak is a Super Bowl quarterback. That's just me.
Yeah, he's a good dude, and then usually when the moment gets too big, he just doesn't perform
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
way.
Until
we
I'm
can.
proven otherwise, no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
well,
can
and
always talk
if
about.
he does have one of those games, his receivers will crash out. There,
Yeah.
I don't think Dallas is one of those teams that in a big moment, if they're down and you make it look ugly for 3 quarters, I don't think they're one of those teams that can bounce back and win a game late in the fourth. I think though those receivers are so man, they feel themselves a lot, pause,
Yeah,
and they will just shut down and be like, nah, I'm cool, fuck all that.
yeah. You would have to get somebody else going, and you can't afford to do that. If like those two shut down, then you're like, all right, Jake Ferguson and Cavante Turpin and Jalen Tolbert and Flournoy and Javante. You're like, nah. If I have George Pickens and C.D. Lamb on my team, I want to get them the ball. But if they're acting like that, then and I don't think they still reported on the story as to why, like a couple games ago, they sat out the first series.
No, they did.
Yeah,
Oh, they
they
did?
miss curfew
Yeah, they stayed out drinking and they missed curfew.
and then
But
got in the second quarter and started cooking.
with the fuck
Yeah,
off.
they immediately started frying.
Uh,
The warm up is where they broke the
I,
hangover. They sweat it out, and then they're
Isaiah,
like, "All right, just let me get a minute."
Isaiah, and this is me in full transparency saying like I'm sorry for all the shit I talked about Miami, bro. Because like if the Steelers lose today, I'm truly upon the like. I know the AFC North is kind of in striking distance realistically,
Yes,
but I just do not think that they're if they get treated today, I just don't think that they're a very good football team. And if that's the case,
we can. We're
man,
gonna
Miami may
be.
come into Acrisure and nah, that's just not happening.
Look, I mean, look. I'm not saying anything of that nature. I don't think our offense is good enough to really expose the defense that the Pittsburgh Steelers have had for 45 years. However, we could make it interesting. But I think you guys will work really hard to make sure that Devon Achane doesn't get out in space. However, you don't really have fast people on your defense to catch up to him that often. So I think that's what makes it interesting.
We're
I'm
gonna hit him
expecting
in
two.
the
just
mouth. Pittsburgh
just
I
Steelers smash mouth football.
just don't
Brr.
spit in Ramsey's face.
Yeah, get to the
I
fight.
I
Hold on,
wholeheartedly expect
is this
TJ to get like 3 sacks.
is this game in
And
Florida?
No.
no, it's
Damn it.
no, yeah.
I was hoping we'd see the return of Sassy Ramsey.
Nah,
No,
that's
we
why
won't get that
that's the
yet.
only reason that I've said that I think that the Dolphins can't win is because the game's in Pittsburgh. It's gonna be cold. Tua doesn't usually play good in cold weather.
No, no, he does not.
Yeah.
But my team plays the Saints. She take care of some
That's a
business. That's all
dub.
we
That's
need
a
to do.
dub.
Shut up! Don't say it yet, okay?
Literally, all
Because
you guys have to do is quadruple cover Chris Olave and you're fine. He's the only
Just
thing
don't
left
turn
there.
the ball over and y'all should win the
yeah,
game.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
it's
It's
the
crazy because yeah, y'all
Saints.
are in the hunt.
Yeah,
Y'all are right behind Baltimore, which is
Listen,
crazy.
none of it matters because the fucking Jaguars are the best team in Florida.
Is he wrong at this point?
I think.
Just,
Well,
Is he
I'm just
yeah,
though?
saying,
Because
yeah.
Tampa hasn't looked good. The
we
one
have the best record in
consistency,
Florida.
yeah, and the most consistency of a football team, just at the eye test, bro. I'm saying Jacksonville's probably the best team in Florida right now.
Y'all are gonna go to Nashville today
Get the fuck out of here. If we lose to
and get
Tennessee, I
y'all's
swear to God,
asses whooped, son.
listen,
Cam Ward is going to fry you boys. Okay.
if we go to Nashville today and lose, I need you guys to tune into CNN because there's probably going to be a bombing because I'm going to try and just eliminate Nashville because I'm tired I hate Tennessee so much.
Man,
Look,
Tennessee is about to.
it's not a trap game. Y'all should same as what Marlon said. Y'all just need to handle business. It should go smooth.
That's the problem. All we had to do is handle business against fucking Cincinnati. And all we had to do is handle business against Davis Mills. And it
That's
didn't
the one that
happen.
shocked me. That's the one that shocked me. I was like, is Davis Mills out here cooking y'all right now?
Bro,
That
Bro. And just
Hey,
in one quarter,
yeah, but
26 points in the fourth.
does it make you feel better that he did it to somebody else too?
Yes, it did. It made
Yeah.
me feel a lot better.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
might do it
And
to
like,
Indianapolis today or
he
next week, whenever
could.
they
bro,
play.
that's why when Isaiah said that's the one that shocked me, I was like, bro, that shocked you more than the Cincinnati loss when we took Burrow out in the first drive of the game and got absolutely carved by a guy that lost the job 2 weeks later
Yeah, facts.
to Joe fucking Flacco?
To Joe
Bro,
Flacco.
god damn it,
You
you
know,
know?
Flacco's just gonna go out there and air the ball out, son.
This
Okay.
is how bad that performance was, Isaiah. I don't even remember that fucker's name.
Who, Jake
Jake
Browning?
Browning.
There he is. That's the one. Yeah, that guy, man.
I'll never forget his name because he
350
carved
yards in three
y'all's
quarters.
shit
Bro,
up.
that's a terrible, terrible loss. We should have two losses right now. God damn it.
The last thing that I'll mention about the NFL and what it'll look like today is, fellas, does does Shaduki Sanders go and put on a game when the 49ers come to town today? What does he look like? A
I
full
think he'll
week
play. I think he'll
with
play
the
well
starters?
because I think he's better than a lot of people. And also, San Francisco's hurt. I mean,
Yeah, but
they're
they're
beat
always
up.
hurt.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess you're right. I mean, hurt or not, they always seem to have a next man
Eight and
up
four.
Yeah,
mentality.
yeah,
8-4.
literally. Yeah, exactly. So I think that's what's going to be interesting because yes, they are hurt, but they also, like Marlon said, are 8-4 right now. So
I
and
feel like
Brock Purdy's back, which
I
will
feel
I
like
think kind of
Shador
help them.
opens up the offense though, because something that he does that Gabriel either didn't do or struggled with was stretching the fucking field. He is
Yes.
not afraid
Yeah,
to throw that motherfucker down the field.
yeah.
Like,
Look,
He's gonna take
peep
5
this.
sacks to do it, but
Jerry
he's
yeah,
Judy had a decent game until he fumbled.
yeah,
The fact that we're even saying Jerry Judy's name when he's been a non-existent factor for that team the entire year shows you that they're going to push the ball down the field more.
yeah.
it was
And
can I
uh,
just put a little bit of caution? It was the Raiders.
that's
No,
Yes.
not saying that I don't believe that Shadur is better than what people think that he is, because I think that he truly was. I think there was a lot of people that truly thought that the kid was ass. I didn't think he was ass. I just didn't think he was transcendent. And I think he's a quarterback that can push the ball down the field, which helps that offense because they want to run the ball. So if you can at least throw the ball down the field, throw the ball off of play action, it makes everything easier. But I think personally, today is the let's just wait and see approach with Shadur, because one of two things is going to happen. Either he's going to come out, he's going to have a good game, he's going to look good, and people are going to say, hey, that was a good outing, or people are going to say, oh, it's because the Niners are hurt. The people that say, oh, it's because the Niners are hurt, those are the people that just hate Shadur just to hate Shadur. They don't, there's no
Yeah.
reason behind it. There's no, he's whatever. It's just, they just don't like Shadur because of Prime or other reasons. But I mean, I just think it's a wait and see.
yeah, he did the watch thing after they won. I think people just were like, "No, fuck this kid again." He had me. He played good, and then he went like this, and they were like, "No, fuck him. No, we're out. We're not sold on him anymore."
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And even in his post gamer, he started it off cool. He was, and then at the end, you know what I'm saying? Oh,
I
this is
don't.
just after a week. Imagine a foot, and it's like, God dang it.
He
Just
said, "I'm who they were
Well,
waiting
I
for."
get.
I was like, "Oh God,
I
damn
guess. I
son."
guess I'm different than you guys because I like
No,
that
it gives
bravado.
him
I
an
do
Like,
edge.
too.
I mean,
He's a
saying things
product. He's
like
selling
I feel like a
himself.
lot of people just want to see me fail, and it's not gonna happen. Like I like that kind of shit. Like, yeah, talk your talk, shit. Now you gotta, you gotta walk your walk.
You
You
gotta
can
Yeah,
back
talk,
it
yeah. And
up.
if
yeah.
you don't,
Yeah.
it's gonna get
You better
ugly.
you better lead these fucking Browns to the playoffs next year if you're gonna talk about I'm the one they're waiting for. But if you do, I mean, because I do feel like, man, it could be his fault. I don't know, but I feel like he's been treated. I don't know. I feel like he's been treated. People have been kind of shitty with him for no reason, in my opinion. Like. negative and just I don't know. He's hypercritical of his every
Yeah,
fucking move,
yeah,
and I feel like that's not fair to him. But now that he's gotten a chance, and so far it's been, I mean, I want to know as a starter. Yeah, go ahead, let people know. I am not going to fail. That's it.
You,
yeah,
I might
yeah.
not play good, and the team might not win, but I personally will not fail.
Yeah,
Like
no,
I like
well,
that.
it's one of those to me is I'm in the middle of it. Like I really, if you're gonna be quiet and just be like mindful and not want to come out and sound like you're conceited, that's fine. If you want to come out and sound conceited, that's fine. You're just making it to where you now have to ball out. Because if you
Yeah.
don't ball out, I'm gonna come up to you and be like, "Hey, shut up."
But the
But
crazy thing is, has he not shown though in the course of history that he's willing to shoulder that? Like when
yeah,
he when
yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
fucks up and has a bad game, he'll come out
Yes.
and say, I have to be better.
Yes,
Like I know.
I agree. I think it's honestly it's like what was attractive to Conor McGregor is and people truly thought the same thing about him. Now I'm not saying Shadur Sanders is going to reach the heights in the NFL that Conor McGregor was able to reach in the UFC. What I'm saying is more like it's just a mind whatever gets you going,
Yeah.
whatever is like what get you to perform and become a player that was drafted in the NFL, do it. I don't care if that's
Yeah.
what you have to do to get going. Do it. I don't care
do
if
it.
the media don't like it. I don't care if that's
Do it.
what gets you going. Do it. Some people have to put their face through a locker. Some people have to listen to music.
Some
Bill
people
People
got
have
Romanowski.
some people
some
have
people
their
got to get their
own.
trainer to slap the shit out of them.
Yeah, yeah, and it's
Some people.
the people that have to get themselves going. Pause. Like him, like Terrell Owens. Some people like that people don't understand. They criticize it, and it's like, bro, he's
Unless you're
just
JJ
doing that.
McCarthy. Yeah,
Yeah, he will. And yeah, yeah, yeah.
no, I'm
That's.
just
But no, no,
kidding.
no. But that's the flip side of the coin. Is like if that's what gets you going, you got to
You
find
better
something
do
else,
something
bro.
with it.
You got to find something else because it's not
Yeah.
working. It's not working. So now I need you. All that, nah,
Yeah.
bro. You
Oh.
gotta, you got to do something different now. Now you got to
That
listen
came
to,
out and then he played like absolute shit his
yeah,
next two
yeah, bro. That's what
games.
I'm saying. That's the, like, I personally can look at it and say, I'm more impressed with Shadur Sanders than I've been with JJ McCarthy. And JJ
Yeah.
McCarthy was a first rounder. Shadur was what, a fifth rounder?
Fifth
If we're
rounder.
just talking about where they were drafted, I would
Yeah.
say that Shadur Sanders has overproduced what he was supposed to, and I think JJ McCarthy has fallen.
Especially going into the year he was the fourth string quarterback.
Yeah, yeah.
He was behind Pickett, Flacco, and Gabriel.
Now, can I give a conspiracy theory? I think that
Oh,
the oh shit, we good? I
Yeah.
think that the Browns they understood their season is done, and they were like, you know
Yeah, yeah.
what? We could continue to go with Dylan Gabriel and lose these games, but
Throw him in there.
let's make some money, baby. Because once you throw Shadur in, the ratings, the tickets, people, yeah, bro. And people are
Hey,
going for
play
whatever.
my theme music.
He's polarizing. He really is. He's truly polarizing because you either love him or hate him, and whichever one you are very vocal about it. And I think Cleveland was like, "We got him just where we want him, baby. We got him.
Yeah.
All we got to do is throw the kid
Miles
in,
Garrett's
and
about
it
to
don't
break the
matter."
sack
Yeah,
record,
bro.
and we can win a couple games.
Yep, they
Reel him in.
are. Yeah, they are literally. Um, they used the WWE writers and was like, "Hey, put something together, put this storyline together," and they entered Shadur Sanders. Honestly,
I
they
think
should
that's
play
the
the
perfect.
Hollywood Rock. They should play the Hollywood Rock theme for him, and that should
You
be
know,
how he comes into every presser.
I think that's the perfect
right.
segue into the players that have shocked us this year.
Real quick before we move into that, I agree that was a segue, but the last thing I have on Shador, man, I just look at his team, and this has always been my argument for Baker, even before he started taking off with uh with Tampa. When you see how your team reacts to what you're doing, there is genuine excitement with Shador on the field.
Yeah,
Every little thing he does, players on the Brown sideline act like they've never seen shit like this before. Like
yeah. Miles Garrett was
that,
like, "Oh my god,
yeah, like that to
what?"
me speaks volumes about a player on a team. Like if your team rallies behind you like that and gets excited for everything you're doing, I don't. That's another reason why I'm like, okay, they got. I mean, they really do have something in Shador if they just give him a chance. He's gonna have some. He's gonna have some moments where it's like, hey, settle down. But if they give him a chance to go through the highs and lows and develop and learn, I genuinely think they have something. I think the team loves him
Yeah.
and will rally behind him.
They're playing like
But
they don't want him to fail. You can tell
yes,
Yeah,
it is
it's a
evident.
different effort.
it's a
Yeah,
Yeah,
huge
like
difference.
yeah, that's the truth.
and
That is the truth.
sorry, that was my last point on Shador.
No, you're good. Isaiah, to answer your question, players, let's get the obvious out the way. JSN. I
Yes.
knew I knew the kid was good. I knew after they moved off of Lockett and DK, I was like, man, JSN is good. How good is he? Brother.
He said, brother.
Brother. That
But
he's
then
going
we
crazy.
you got to put. I think you put George Pickens in the mix as well.
Yeah, George Pickens got to be in there.
Yeah, he
Super
definitely is.
early.
I just think that that's one of those because I'm so invested in it. I look around and I'm like, everybody should have seen this coming. Everybody did. They painted him out to be the problem in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's
Mhm.
offense since like 2015 is horrible based on the numbers. Just follow the paper trail. Kid is
So then we
talented.
gotta. So then we
James
gotta.
fucking Cook.
But I think
I
James Cook has
same
been
thing,
doing it.
but that's what
He's
I'm
just
saying
been doing it.
is
But
we've
it, but he
because
had. I don't feel like he has been though. 1,000 yards in 10 games, never. Bro,
yeah,
I
no
had
no
him in fantasy
this
for.
this is
I
by
had him in
far his
fantasy
best
for
year.
like 3 years.
He was top four in
But
rushing
well,
touchdowns
yes,
last
but
year.
Isaiah, this
Touchdowns.
I think this
He is
falls right.
dominating some games.
Yes,
Like this year. That's
I,
different.
I think this falls back though, Isaiah, into the same thing I was saying about George, because I know you and I have talked about James Cook and how good he's been since he's been in the league. And
Yeah.
sometimes they just try to force Josh Allen to make the plays.
Yes.
It's the
Yeah.
same thing with George. I felt like everybody should have known that. And it's more,
Yeah.
he's getting more of a chance this year to
Yeah.
show, and he's stepping up to the plate. That's one of
He's being
those,
featured
yeah.
more
But
and he's paying it
he's
off.
balling, which good for him after getting that contract.
Yeah. I'm gonna of course put Drake May in there. I think he's
Oh
on pace to
yeah,
throw for about 35 touchdowns, maybe 10 interceptions on the year, which is good numbers. Also, somebody that has shocked me game in and game out. It's got to be anytime I see Jameis Winston, just keep putting up Jameis Winston's numbers.
man,
It's
that
it,
shocks you. He the goat. What you talking
it
about?
it shocks me because this man should have been the week one starter. No, I'm
Man,
just playing.
stop.
He probably should have been the week one starter.
Let
No,
I mean,
I
if their
enjoy.
plan was to bring Jackson Dart along slowly, then I don't disagree.
True.
Jameis should have started over Russell Wilson. Sorry, that Russell
Yes.
Wilson's washed. He's done.
Yes.
something that does shock me though also is the lack there of production of Ashton Genty shocks me.
Well, that's why they got Chip Kelly the fuck out of there.
Well, somebody said I saw it. It was another video. Is that Chip Kelly wouldn't even call the full play in. He would like forget the part of the play that he
Or he
was
was
trying to
calling the wrong
relay.
plays. Yeah.
Yeah, trying to relay those into Gino, and I was like, well, that's probably how you're not going to be successful.
Well, you're not gonna have a
Um,
job, bud.
yeah, you're not going to have a fucking job. And Jacoby Brissett is shocking me because he's out there
Yeah,
putting up
cooking.
numbers. But
Who's like just to flip it? Who are some players that have shocked you in the opposite way that you
AJ
thought
Brown,
were yeah that you thought were gonna
until the
be
last two
crazy?
Brian
weeks,
fucking Thomas
Yeah,
Jr.
Brian
God damn
Thomas
it!
Jr. for real.
I would say
Um,
AJ Brown until these last 2 weeks. Yes, I would agree with that.
yeah,
Until these last 2 weeks,
we'll see how he
he's
finishes the
actually
season.
yeah. Because right now, I think he's still like fourth on the team in receiving yards after two huge
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah, that is true. I'm trying to
I would
think. I
say
mean, it's hard to say because I think probably analytically, I would say he's not.
Daniel
He's probably
Jones, yeah,
yeah,
shocked
that's
me
on
for
a
the
good side.
first.
But I was gonna say like
Yeah,
TJ Watt. TJ Watt
yeah,
has let me down. Not saying he's been ass because I know he's been one of the highest, if not the, or he is the highest chip player in the league. But there's a lot of games that I watch around the league and I see Micah always have an impact. I see Miles Garrett usually have an impact. And when they don't, those teams lose. I just don't see them have no impact games as much as I see TJ. He had an impact last week though, and it didn't matter anyways. But um,
I mean,
we
outside
said
of that,
George.
I'm not gonna lie.
Um,
uh,
I'll be straight up, man. Cam Ward has been dog shit.
I ain't
Well,
even
if
watched
you
the
Dog
watch
Titans
shit.
him
game.
play, if you watch him play, like he will put throws on the money, and he will make good throws throughout the course of the game. It's whenever they get inside like the 35-yard line, everything disappears. They can't run the ball. He can't find an open man, and then they have to settle for field goals. That field goal kicker, that boy needs an extension because they're putting up three to 13 points every week. My man is out there fighting for his life. He's got to kick so many damn field goals. I mean,
Hey, I'm gonna flip it back to the positive side because I got a couple boys over there in the old NFC fucking South. God damn it, Bryce Young and Rico Dowdle trying to lead Carolina to the division win. Let's go.
Bryce has
Bryce
been
Young's been killing,
he
bro.
has he's
Good for
also
him.
I think people should evaluate him the same way that I mentioned that people should evaluate Bo Nix in year two, which is yeah, he has some good weeks and yes, he does have some bad weeks, but that is life as an
they're
NFL
competing.
quarterback.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they're competing at a level that we did not expect.
for
The fact that
real.
they're 500.
They're battling, bro. There's a real shot. I don't think that it's going to happen, but there is
Yeah.
truly a real shot that they could win that division, which is crazy.
Well, and it's all the games that you expect them wholeheartedly to lose against
They're
above
winning.
500 teams. They're
Hmm.
winning them. They're winning
Yeah.
them.
Hmm.
Like, I don't think they'll beat the Rams, but I can see if something crazy happens and both teams stall at a abysmal clip that the Carolina Panthers can kick a last second field goal and win the game.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's
I
happened
don't.
before.
I need Ted McMillan to come out and
I
ball
would.
today, baby.
Me
Look,
too. I would say
is anybody
any.
surprised with his production at all?
Mm,
No.
Not in a
no.
bad way or a good way. Is anybody is
After
just
I
like,
watched him
okay.
carve Oklahoma up, man.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I didn't. I felt after that Arizona bowl game. I felt the same way about him that I did about Jettas after watching Jettas go for 4 touchdowns and like 800 yards against
Like,
OU.
oh,
I'm
that
like,
guy's good. He's gonna be real
yeah,
good.
like okay, this guy's making it to the league. This dude's
Yeah.
fucking solid.
I
I
think
don't like
DK
him.
Metcalf has surprised me because he is not getting the ball the way that I thought in Pittsburgh.
It's
Anybody involved with
Isaiah. What
With
is?
the Houston Texans offense
Yeah,
is,
facts.
except for maybe Nico Collins.
Well, yeah, and Nico is one week he'll ball, the next week he won't be there. But
Yeah,
Isaiah, have you not noticed the common theme of this episode? Steelers don't know what they're doing offensively, bro. So I think they vastly overpay for DK Metcalf. He's paid as a top five receiver in the league, and he's not a top five
bro,
receiver in the league. But it doesn't
it's
matter
so
because even
crazy.
if you had a top five receiver in the league or a top five talent, you're still going to be doing the exact same with Arthur Smith's
I
offense.
I
This
just don't understand how you go from having a historic offense in the Killer Bees to not knowing how to be effective with weapons so bad that these weapons go to other places and have career years like James Conner, like George Pickens.
well,
Like
it's
I really
Well,
don't understand.
well, it's because you got to
the
think the thought
OCs.
process. Well, not even just the OCs. It could be it's all look the same. Finkner, Canada, now Arthur Smith at times, it does look similar. As it did when Ben was on his way out. It all looks the same.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, I don't it's just people have in
Take
their
your time.
mind, yeah, my fault. People have in their mind, people have in their mind that oh, Juju Smith-Schuster went somewhere and it didn't work. They have in their mind, oh, Deontay Johnson went somewhere and it didn't work. Oh, whatever. So they didn't think that the Steelers' offense was the problem. And in some instances, it wasn't. They were able to move off of Chase Claypool and whatnot. People don't understand that all you have to do to see is like, are you making the talent better or are you making it worse? Kevin Dotson was with the Steelers. He was our left guard. He was ass. Rams. He's been an all pro like 3 out of 5 years since he's been in St. Louis. Or no, I said St. Louis, but LA with the
LA.
Rams. But it's just happening more. So I think people are starting to wake up to the offense being trash and hopefully I don't know. But obviously,
I
I text you guys and told you that I have a plumber coming, so I'll be dipping for a second to see and try to get back. But if the Steelers lose today or it looks ugly, they're going to boo Mike Tomlin. And it'll be the first time ever that he's booed because the game's in Pittsburgh. Until the Steelers bring in an offensive minded guy, and they kind of turn the keys loose. Like bring in Lincoln Riley as an offensive coordinator, bring him
You
from USC,
need
give him the
Todd
keys and go.
Haley back.
No, he
Put
was, bro. He honestly, the crazy thing is yes and no. Todd Haley was the last guy who was able to have success, but I think it goes back further than that. I think it goes back to Bruce Arians, and that's who Todd Haley took over for. Bruce
yeah,
Arians was able to, I mean, you know what he can do on offense.
yeah.
That's the last time the Steelers had a true like championship worthy offense. After he left, they were able to win a Super Bowl against him with the Cardinals. But
hmm
I mean, so I mean, what the fuck
Since
y'all want?
then, yeah, yeah. No, that's
I
very
just
true.
feel like I felt like Arians knew how to build a championship offense. Like the aerial attack, I always felt like for years and years and years you had a Mike Wallace to stretch the field deep, and Ben would take those shots to stretch things out and open it up for AB for AB.
Emmanuel
Yeah,
Sanders.
when they got rid of when Mike Wallace left to Miami, then they brought in Claypool, the big target they'd send down the fucking
But you
field, and
said when
every
who did?
time when Mike Wallace left.
Oh no, Mike. So it
I
went.
think you're missing some years,
You're missing
Kalen.
some
Well,
So
names,
probably.
but
I'm just saying, like
there
they
was
always
Marcus
had,
Wheaton,
well, yeah,
they
Martavis
but
always
it,
had
Bryant.
somebody
it
to send down the field
yeah. I
Yeah.
was gonna say
to open
it.
up that middle for fucking AB to carve everybody up,
Well,
Yeah,
see, and
and
I
even
think they
AB would
could
go
have
down
done
deep.
that this year. They could have done that this year, but they traded George Pickens.
Yeah,
yes.
DK was the down the field guy. They didn't realize how good George Pickens was after the catch. So I think that's where they messed up. Okay,
bye
Marlon's gonna
Marlin,
step away
bye
for a minute.
Marlin.
But no, I think that I mean it's perfect what you're saying is if you have somebody that can stretch the field and you can take advantage of the underneath stuff.
No,
But right now, they don't really have anybody consistently that's getting the ball enough to stretch the field that way, to run after the catch. I mean, right now
yeah,
it's Calvin Austin and you got three tight ends. So like the fastest tight end you have is Johnny Smith.
yeah.
Johnny Smith gets like 2 targets a game.
I just feel like you know, like I've been going to like the Newcastle football games with my mom, and I've been
Mm-hmm.
having to explain things to her, and I see a lot of what I see when I watch Pittsburgh. Like I see predictability.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows they're going to try and run the ball, and they're not really threatening anybody deep, so they load the fucking box and bring the safeties down 10 yards off the damn ball. And
Yeah,
until you give them a threat, you're not going to have running lanes because everybody they're playing so close to the line to shut down the run because they know you can't beat them deep. And you
I
know
think
it.
that they looked better, but it was like bad gap integrity and bad assignment whenever they played the Bears. Because like Kenneth Gainwell, what the fuck off? I mean, let's just
Yeah,
be real. And Jalen Warren had a good game, but those were like swing routes to where, but Rogers like loves throwing those. It's like,
yeah,
hey, I don't have to throw the ball more than like 8 yards right here. Let me just
yeah. That
flick the wrist and then have that guy out in space because I think that's another issue too is like he doesn't I think he tries at times but like he's not about to load up and go fire some shit down the field like he used to. He's a different quarterback now. So
I don't think he wants to sit in the pocket that long. I think he's kind of
no,
entering that Peyton Manning like
I'm gonna lay
three
down.
seconds.
Somebody
Yeah, three seconds and the ball's coming out.
balls
I don't care
out.
where.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
like I don't.
zipping it.
After he tore the Achilles, I think that kind of changed some things for him.
Yeah,
But
he
I
doesn't
but I
really
mean shit,
run.
man, I see the same thing in Jacksonville, man. I'm like Trevor had his best year the year we beat the Chargers in the playoffs, and that year we would throw the fucking ball down the field. He doesn't like Liam Cohen's offense doesn't throw the ball down the field like that. Everything is short and intermediate. And I'm like, can we please threaten any defense deep a couple of times, please?
Well, I think
Because
Parker Washington is starting to do that for you a little bit.
bro, Parker Washington he's a dude, and Jacoby Myers is starting to become he's starting to get some chemistry with Trevor, and we got our damn tight end back, Brenton Strange. That's been huge.
Yeah.
That was huge last week.
Well, I mean, you got bit by the injury bug and inconsistency, which happened, but I mean, you still got a winning record.
Mm.
One of the other things that we were gonna kind of touch on, Pauls, was the King of the Mountain debate, and I sent y'all the
Mhm.
video, and hopefully Marlon's back in time to kind of talk about it. Was how many running backs better than Adrian Peterson can you actually name?
You want me to go?
Yeah. How many?
Man, that's so I didn't get a chance to write stuff down, so I'm gonna try and go off the top here.
Okay.
Um, LaDainian Tomlinson, I think, is better because of his
Okay.
all-purpose abilities. Um, I would put Marshall Faulk up there.
Okay.
I'm not as big on Emmitt Smith as a lot of people. I think Emmitt Smith was a great running back, but I feel like he benefited from a lot. Like I feel like if
What?
Adrian Peterson could run behind that line,
Yeah,
Adrian
pure
Peterson would have done a
talent.
lot more damage. Yeah.
Yeah, pure talent. And I also look at now I'm about to start cooking because I want to look at the total overall carries of their careers whenever they finish them because I think that Emmett Smith had hundreds of more carries than
Yeah. Well, Emmitt Smith didn't lose 2 years of production in his prime either. I mean,
yeah.
Adrian Peterson tore his ACL. What did he tear it twice or just once? I know he tore it once for sure, and then he got
Well,
suspended the one
yeah.
year.
Yeah,
So
I think he's
so 3 years of
twice.
production in his prime.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
and still rushed for like almost 14,000 yards, I think.
let's look at it this way. Every year, I'm going to give you his total amount of games.
Hmm.
Okay.
Is this Peterson?
Oh, no, this is Smith
Smith. Okay.
from 1990 to 2004. So he played 15 seasons in the NFL. Games played 16, 16, 16, 14, 15, 16, 15, 16, 16, 15, 16, 14, 16, 10, 15.
Yeah.
Out of his total amount of games in his career that he could have played, he missed
Like
10.
four. Yeah. I was gonna say like four.
Like 10 in total. So he had 4,409 carries, rushed for 18,355 yards, and had 164 touchdowns. Okay. And he played 15 NFL seasons. Adrian Peterson. I'm just looking at this from a pure games played and carries standpoint. Let's go to stats. Okay. So,
Dude, Peterson almost ran for 15,000. That's
yeah,
crazy.
almost ran for 15,000. He played a total of 14 NFL seasons. He was a part of 14 total NFL seasons. Now let's
He
go
had
to
a
games
thousand
played.
less carries, bro.
Yeah, a
1,000 less
thousand,
carries.
one less season, 1,000 less carries, and was short by 44 touchdowns.
Well, hold on. One less season, but if you really look at it, he
Games
missed the
played,
entire 2014 season. He missed the entire season. 2016, he played
three
seven
games.
games. Yeah, 3 games. I'm sorry. Yeah, 3 games.
Yeah,
And then he played 10 games in 2017. In 2021, he played in 4 games.
yeah.
Like,
Like I think that's my point. Is
thank you,
yeah,
buddy.
2017 he played a total of 10. Washington, he played a full season and he had 1,000 yards. Washington again played 15 games, had 898 yards. He was splitting carries in Detroit, ran for 600, and then his last 2 years in the league, he played 3 games, 1 game, and that was it. So if you look at it from staying healthy in that standpoint of it, talent wise, and if his health was intact the way that Emmett's was intact, we're not talking about the same guy because he's 4,000 yards short, but he's also about 1,000 less carries and about 200 less games.
Yeah.
Emmitt
Like
Smith played 449 games.
yeah. I like I genuinely would put maybe three or four atop Adrian Peterson. Barry Sanders, obviously, because I feel like if he doesn't
Yeah,
retire early to get the fuck out of Detroit, he's by far and away has the rushing record. It's not even close.
yeah.
But outside of Sanders, LT, and Marshall, 'cause Marshall Falk may be a bit of a stretch, but I feel like Marshall Falk in his peak at his prime. I don't know that. there was a lot of running backs that could have matched what he could match in his prime in
No,
all facets of the game.
no, I
Um,
don't think so either.
I'm
I
trying
would
to
say
think.
everybody always puts Walter Payton, and I think that's unfair to what we watched out of Walter Payton, just because we weren't alive. Like
Yeah,
we were alive for Emmett, we were alive for AP. Um,
that's why
one of the biggest arguments,
I stay away
one of
from
the
the
yeah,
historical people because if I couldn't see them play, I can't accurately gauge.
I think one of the ones that was on the video was Derrick Henry. You think Derrick Henry is better
No,
than
not
Adrian
a
Peterson?
chance. Not a fucking chance, bro. Derrick Henry's
Oh,
solid, but not in today's.
well, let's look at the stats. Okay, let's
Not a
look at the
chance,
stats.
bro.
Let's look at the years played versus the production. Hold on. Let's just, for argument's sake. So as I'm pulling this up right now, by the way, he's already ran for 931 yards.
Hmm.
Okay, so Derrick Henry has played a total of 10 seasons in the NFL. Well, 9 full seasons. This is his 10th season in the league. Derrick Henry in 10 seasons has 12,354 rushing yards. He's played 148 games, and he has 2,552 carries. And he also has 116 touchdowns. He more than likely will pass Adrian Peterson for rushing touchdowns this year. He's on his 10th season, and he is about 1,600 yards shy of what Adrian Peterson did for his career.
Derrick Henry's also played 9 full seasons out of the 10. So in 9 seasons he's run for that. And AP
Well,
did all of his damage in what, 12 actual seasons, 11 or 12 actual seasons?
I would say I wouldn't even give him that. I'd say he probably had 10 solid years
Yeah,
of
that's what I'm saying. Like,
playing more than 10 games.
yeah,
Maybe 10 solid years of playing 10 full games.
I just don't know. I don't know. Like, I when I think about running backs, you know, pure runners, because I don't consider Henry an all-purpose. If it's just a pure running back,
Mm-hmm.
who am I more willing to line up in the A gap against in an Oklahoma drill? And I'm telling you the answer to that question is I would 10 times over line up against Derrick Henry before I did Adrian Peterson in an Oklahoma drill.
Marlon, this is your time to chip
I'm
in.
smoking both of their kneecaps.
Bro,
I'm not fully
so
back
the
though.
I'm
I'm
just
the
about to
waiting.
about to smash again. I just wanted to stop through and see what y'all was talking about. But
King of the Mountain.
it
I gave three running backs that I feel like were better,
Yeah,
who
in my
he's
opinion.
got LT, Marshall, and Barry so far. This is where we're at. And
That's
so I
it.
said people can make the argument, but that by the end of his career, Derrick Henry is, and this is where we landed on stats. I'm looking up stats on
if I
everybody.
said 4 or 5, I would add Walter and maybe Eric Dickerson, but I don't know if I would add Eric over him just because Eric didn't do it for as long as AD did. And
See, we stayed away from
The
Walter
eras.
because we didn't get to see him. You know, like if I didn't get to watch you week in week out, I don't feel like I can accurately gauge. So I personally tried to stay away from historical people.
no, I think
Oh,
I think there's
wouldn't.
I think AD was definitely one of the beasts of his era. He was probably for a stretch well, he was. He's not even probably. He was in for a stretch was the best running back in football, and I think Derrick Henry also had that. They're both that's a conversation of like it's just opinion. What do you like the
Yeah.
most about the back that makes you choose instead of one is better than the other? Oklahoma
I
drill,
will say this.
I ain't taking either.
They are very similar in terms of their career arc because AP he was that offense in Minnesota like because he had to be. Tennessee isn't what Tennessee became without Derrick Henry being. If they had any other running back in the league, they wouldn't have been what Tennessee was. Those few years where they were 14-2, 15-1, like that it's kind of crazy how similar their career arc has been so far. Like they both have a 2,000 yard season in the middle of that run.
Mhm.
Like they
Eric
both
almost
had,
had a second one. He was really close to
yeah.
having a second one.
I'm getting
Uh oh,
tired of
Marcus
this.
coming. I thought he was coming back.
Tired of this
He's filling
tease.
out. I know he keeps filling out quotes and stuff. But I mean, if we don't put Derrick Henry on there as being better than AP for argument's sake, so you're gonna land your list and you're gonna end it with LT, Marshall, and Barry, not Emmett.
Yeah, man. And, for the same reasons you put Derrick Henry, at some point, I think JT will be up there. At some point, I think Saquon Barkley has a chance to be up there. But
Yeah, they can figure out how to run the fucking ball again. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
but as far as like lists in the here and now,
Hmm.
the only other running back I can think of off the top of my head that would have a chance to be up in that same category, um, maybe Priest Holmes was pretty fucking solid for a few years in Kansas City,
Yeah,
but
but that's not
I
even
don't know that I would
comparable
take yeah I
to
don't know
me.
that I would take him over.
Priest
I
Holmes had
think
like 3 good years, respectfully.
yeah
Like really dominant years, and then the injury bug bit him. So that's why
yeah.
I wouldn't put him.
But there's
Um,
so many running backs with that same Garrison Hurst. You could argue the same thing. He had some solid years at San Francisco,
yeah,
and same thing with Corey Dillon
yeah.
had great years in New England and Cincinnati. But would you? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like Curtis
Hmm.
Martin was fantastic for some years,
Yep.
but I don't know that any of
Curtis.
them in their
Yeah.
prime match what AP brought to the table. That's all.
No, no. I think from a sheer running back that was just dominant, and not only can you run you over, but he can juke you out of your shoes. I think that right now in today's day and age, the closest thing that we have to that is Derrick Henry does not juke nobody out their shoes.
No,
Okay,
he just has a stiff arm. That's it.
he has the stiff arm, and then he's running straight.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what he does. Shiftiness, I think Saquon is the closest thing to what Barry Sanders was, as well as Jameer Gibbs in today's day and age. It's just
Yeah.
Jameer Gibbs is a smaller back. I think if you look at it, like, not saying that David Montgomery's on that level at all, but like David Montgomery is a good back. They're just playing a two back system.
Yeah.
But as far as like comparing and contrasting days of old to days of new, I don't think right now there's anybody that was like Adrian Peterson. It's just you got caught doping, you got suspended, and you tore your ACL twice. So there's 2 seasons out of your career where you didn't even sniff 5 games. So
Yeah.
I think that's what makes it a little bit different for when we look at his career as a whole. Like if he could have stayed healthy because he played from '07 to 2021.
Yeah.
So he played a full 14 years, 15 seasons, but I don't really count it as 15 seasons because when I'm looking at games played, there's 2014, 2016, 2017, he only played a total of 10 games, and then 2021, he played a total of 4 games. So you're wiping off like 4 years where he didn't even really play. So no, I think that's good. I don't think you can't say anybody in the current day and age of the NFL is better than him because we don't know the measuring stick yet. We don't know where
Right.
it's at. But I mean, overall, I mean, yeah, like in 15 seasons, he played 184 games, and you play 16 games a year. And then I think his last year and a half, they were only able to play. I think those are the 2 years they were able to play 17. But no, I like that. We'll end that list with LT, Marshall, and Barry, and not putting Emmitt Smith in there. I can dig that. We'll leave that. Um, what else we got?
My bad.
Oh
Just
no,
trying
no,
to get
you're
stuff
good.
together.
Oh no, if we're gonna end it, if we're gonna end that conversation, there.
Yeah.
One of the last conversations that we can have before we wrap it up. And Marlon walks back in here.
Uh-oh, he's on the phone.
Dude, he
I want
look.
to speak to the
He's
manager.
black dad. He's black dadding it up. Look at him.
Uh,
No, I want to know why the hell y'all are charging me $900 for this part. I can go get that shit my damn self. I don't need you to put in shit.
uh,
Oh god! All right. So, do you want to do? I feel like he would be perfect to bring in for the Gaethje Patty conversation. We
yeah.
could go with the NBA half court shot. Oh no, he's back. Okay.
I'm
I
not
don't.
shooting that stupid ass shot. I'm not risking my freedom for a ego trip.
Ego trip. You got okay.
So
If
you
it
hitting
was
it.
15
You hitting
shots,
it.
would you do it?
You said what?
I would do it in 50. I would do it if I had 10 shots.
20
He said,
maybe. 20 maybe. I'm not risking freedom.
I think I could do. I think I could do it in like about 15.
And
About
when you get
15.
to that,
Hey,
when you get to number 14 and you ain't even hit the rim yet, just know
hey, listen.
it's over.
It's argued in today's day and age that some people think jail is better than the free world. Everything's free, you're
Yeah.
taken care of, you're living good,
You just got to
you
do a
know?
little bit of labor
People
and
get
keep
out of
people.
people get out of jail and try to get right back in jail. Like that
Yeah,
happens.
they try to integrate in society and they can't. So, that being said, I'm
I'm
getting three
taking
square meals a day. Okay, I just got to protect my butt. And then, I mean, if I miss, I miss. You know what I'm going to do? I don't have to
I'm t
drive anymore. I don't
So
have to
what you
mow any
saying is you're
yards.
not afraid of prison. You're not afraid. You're not afraid. Well, go down there. Go down there and stay about a month and tell me how it is, Isaiah.
You really telling me you would, if you had 15, not five, if you had 15.
On the NBA court,
On an NBA court, it's the same as a high school court.
I think it's a little bit
it's a
longer,
little it's
but
longer.
Yeah,
Um,
by
and
like
it's half
five
court.
feet.
Okay.
They're fine. You'll be fine. I
I'm taking the
believe in
shot.
you.
I'm taking the shot. If I
What?
get 15, I'm taking it. And I'm
What? So,
taking my
okay, so
500 milli and I'm walking out.
so a half court shot is what, like 48 feet? Is it like 48?
I don't know. I just know what I do when I'm just dicking around shooting for fun.
I'm about to Google this.
Well,
Marlon's got me
go
fired up.
into you go to the gym and shoot 10 half court shots back to back to back to back to back to back to back, and let me know how many you make, and then that'll give you the answer.
I'm all right, brother. 500 millis, 500 milli vanillis. Shoot, I can do that.
Or jail for the rest of your life.
It is 47 feet from half court to the rim. That is the equivalent of where am I at? 12. That's 12 yards. 15 yards. It's like 17 yards.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how people bet their mortgages at the casino right here.
You really it's 47 feet. It's one hole. Pause. It's one. That's it. You just got. All right.
Bro, if you could shoot NBA threes right now, 10 of them hoes, how many you think you're hitting?
Maybe like three.
Off right now, right? So you're saying
How
three,
many
so
does
you're
Isaiah
probably
get to ISO? Absolutely nobody
so
before he fires it.
so you're making
On air.
one or two of those, that's 10 or 20% from three. Now take a bunch of steps back and then shoot some more.
But it's dead center. Like you already like
You
it's
can
not like
shoot three, you can shoot threes from the top of the key. You gonna make one or two of them hoes 10 to 20%
you're telling me
step
that if you
further
if
back.
so you're telling me that if you hit the Penn Jarvis Green Ellis and you went on an NBA court, relaxed, that you wouldn't be able to hit those shots?
Yeah, I kind of know where I'm at in my life right now. I don't play basketball a lot. I don't have that touch, and I'm not a professional athlete, so I'm not as familiar with the court. Would I risk 500 milli or my freedom on that? It's like if somebody asks you to do something that you know you can't do for 500 milli, do you just have to try it just because it's that much money?
No, but you're capable of doing it. It's not like you can't
Yes, the
attempt it.
percentages are just low. So if I said, "Hey, I'm gonna put you in a boxed room with two mountain lions, fully grown mountain lions, and you have to make it out, and if you make it out, you get $500 million. Are you taking it? Because there is a
Is
chance that you can make it out of there. There's a
is
chance.
the is the door unlocked?
No, you gotta take them out. It's
Here's
either
it.
take them out or be taken out. You have a small percent chance, but it's just not gonna happen.
Here's a good one. Isaiah, if you're lining up against the 2000 Ravens defense, 1st and 5, you get 3 downs to get a first down as a running back. If you don't get the first down, you're going to, I don't know, you're going to the worst prison ever.
Well, now this is
You
just
get the
ego
first down.
talking.
You get the
That
first down,
I'm
you get 20
this is
mil.
my life is still intact whether I make or I miss it. You're talking about like going through actual pain and suffering. Marlins is just insane by saying, "Oh, I'm gonna put you in the room with mountain lions. You got to kill them to get out."
I
I'm
say
not
that
doing
scenario
that.
because I'm not going to try and run for, I'm not going to bet that I could pick up 5 yards on 3 carries against an NFL defense. But I would bet my life in prison on 15 shots to make one from half court because I think I could do it.
Yeah, 15 is like, okay, the chances are a little bit higher. I think I could
Yeah.
actually do it.
500 million
5?
is worth it.
5? What if I employ Steph Curry and if he makes that shit, then I give him 250 mils of that 500 mil? Then yeah, I'm in 5 shots. I believe it. I think we could do it. But no, y'all are going to the extreme. The other two things revolve like I will die. Think my body will
Yeah,
hurt.
but you played running
I'm
back
just
in high school. That's why I put that out there.
yeah, but okay. First of all, with all due
And
respect
you
to the
don't have to
people that
get
I
hit,
played with,
man. You can go down when getting
would I
tackled
get
is imminent.
scared? Would I get scared?
When you hit the hole and
Like
see
Peyton
somebody coming,
Manning?
you can just go down.
Go Peyton Manning style? Just nah. I'm just gonna park it.
Listen, all
I'm
you
just
got to
gonna
do is
lay
pick up
down right here.
2 yards of carry, gets you that first down in 3 carries.
I mean, it's no. I'm not doing that. No, I still
You
don't want to
just
do
see the
that.
hole and dive.
Do you? I don't even want to look at the stats of that Ravens defense that year. But I can tell you right now, I don't think they gave up a 100-yard rusher or even a 70-yard rusher for the entire season at 16 games. So no, I'm cool on that. I don't even think they gave up a run longer than like probably 40 yards in
Yeah.
any aspect, whether it was a completion or a like a run. So no, fuck that. But I mean, that's just me. I think if you stretch that number to 15, I think I could do it in
Yeah.
15, and it's 47 feet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like 15 shots. Oh yeah. That's worth
Yeah,
500 to me.
yeah. If you could,
500 mil.
yeah, not maybe not five, not five. We had to tweak the number a little bit. 15, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah.
Uh, I guess the last topic that we got is see if Marla can hop in
Well,
on it.
before we get on that, we might have to table that. When is that UFC card?
That UFC card is the second one in January. So January they're starting with two.
Cool.
The
We
first
may have
one,
to we may have to table this topic to next week because the kid's mom's fixing to come pick them up, so I'm gonna have to
uh,
hop
oh,
off and
okay.
get them ready.
Yeah, that one's January 24th, and then Volk and Lopez is January 31st. So we got
Yeah. See,
back to back.
we can smash both of those cards out in one topic. If I'm being honest with you,
Yeah,
because
no,
there's some good fights on both those cards.
I think like what you were saying. I think Volk need. Even if he wins, I think he needs to retire.
Yeah.
I don't want to see this man get beat up. I'm worried about him. It's like
I just
with
I
with
hate when
Izzy.
UFC fighters go too long and end up um like BJ Penn, where it's
Even
fucking sad to watch him
yeah,
fight.
BJ Anderson Silva was sad to watch fight again. Like
Yeah.
there's a bunch of dudes that they just go past their prime, and you don't know why they do it. They just do it anyway. It's
Yeah.
kind of like It's kind
So
of
I was happy
impressive.
that Poirier went out like he did. Like he went out, he had a good fight.
He
He went
lost.
out, yeah, but he went out after that good fight. There, I don't know. It sounds like he has an itch to try and come back for the White House card if he's invited, but I don't think he will.
Yeah,
He's
I
at
mean, who
least
would they?
entertaining it, the
I
idea
mean,
of it.
who would they put him with on that card?
I don't know. He's always said
That
he'd have to be fighting for something bigger than just fighting. So
Yeah, I mean
I
the
don't know.
BMF belt again. I mean, yeah, it's not going to be a title. He's done with that lane.
Yeah.
So I really don't know what he. I mean, maybe he fights for sole possession of Conor McGregor's kids or something like that. He just fights for custody. But outside of that, yeah. And then Conor, I saw a video on Instagram where he's like training again, and I'm like, bro, you're still not going to fight
Yeah.
unless it's on the White House card. That's it. Also, is John Jones going to fight on that card? We still don't know that yet because
Probably not.
that's that's supposed to take place in June. He's not injured. He retired and then unretired real quick, but I think that was a statute of
Yeah.
him wrecking that car and then taking off running and talking shit to that
Yeah.
cop. But I mean, we'll see. I think now that it's switching to Paramount and they've completely gone away from the pay per view structure. It's exactly what we needed. It's gonna get it a little more engaging. There's still gonna be fight nights almost every week, and they have a bigger lane to express things. I think with ESPN they were kind of handcuffed because they don't promote it. They talk about it a little bit, but they don't promote it. I think with Paramount they're gonna promote it a whole hell of a lot, especially with how big Paramount is. They already rival Disney in some aspects, but now that they're adding a full on sport week in and week out, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
But outside of that, no, man. I don't know how we can actually. I mean, we might
Yeah.
just have to hit the exit button or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking I think we just leave.
Oh yeah,
But
there's a
I
little
will
door
leave.
thing. Oh, no, I can't hear you. But pause what you're saying.
There we go.
Okay,
I will leave
okay,
our
no.
fans with this. Boomer fucking sooner.
We didn't even talk about it, but
I
Lord
know.
Jesus, if they didn't give them the game enough and then they figured out a
Oh
way to
my
win at the
God.
end, I remember being Marlon saying in the group message, the first one to three picks, and then
Yes.
it happened. That's when I
I
sent
was
that
like,
gif of,
fuck.
well, shit.
Yeah.
They did everything they could to sell. And then honestly, if Bama doesn't win that game last night, SEC championship looks differently, rankings look differently, and
Mm-hmm.
then we're talking about a different seeding, talking about a
Yep.
lot of different stuff. But they found a way to win, even though it was only by 7 against a dog shit Auburn team. So shout out to Bama, I
Yeah.
guess.
I
Texas,
I like Oklahoma against anybody first round. I don't think Oklahoma is built to lose games with the defense they have.
no. Now the offense will
Now,
help them lose a
yeah,
game
if
at
John
times.
Mateer and this offense just takes care of the football and they play field possession and defense, they will win against any team in the field. That's my opinion because their defense is so good.
It's
Of
bold.
the
It's
teams
bold.
in the field, my worries lie with Ohio State, obviously. I'm
Yeah.
not worried about Oregon because they have a young quarterback, and I think Venables. I I I think OU matches well against Oregon. I think they match well against Notre Dame. Like basically anybody with a young quarterback or that leans on the run game. I think OU favors against
Hmm.
those teams. But the thing I worry about Ohio State is their defense is every bit as good as Texas, and their offense is better. And
Hmm.
that's why OU struggled against Texas is because Texas had a legit defense, and they just know like they know. I don't know. I'm not gonna. You know what? Because I don't know. I like where OU's at. Like I feel like they've transitioned to offensively to play to their defense.
Okay. What?
Like I don't feel like
What?
I feel like when they lost their games, it was because their offense was still trying to run and gun, and Now they've gotten to where it's just let's play field position.
Do you believe that the Oklahoma Sooners can actually win the national championship this year?
Do I think
Honest
they can?
opinion, not being biased, do you think with that team and how it's built, they could do it?
Do I believe they can? Do I believe they can win a national championship?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Not biased because the way they play the game. They have, like I just said, they're not trying to run and gun with material anymore. They are playing, I feel like, a lot more conservative. Um, and I feel like they play field position. They don't. Yesterday against LSU was the first time Venables has gone for it on fourth down in a long time, and they got stuffed. And then what happened? LSU goes right down the field and scores a touchdown. So when Venables doesn't do that and he just pins them deep and forces teams to drive the length of the field against this defense, they don't do it. That's how they won at Tennessee. That's how they won at Alabama. That's how they beat Missouri. Like I, I
I,
feel like I feel
I
like
think
because the identity of the team is understood now by the entire team, all of the staff, I think it bodes well for them. Do I think they will win? No, I don't think they will win because I think Matera will put them in positions that are not advantageous. But I think they
yeah.
can. I absolutely think they
Yeah,
can.
I think he would need to turn a monumental leaf for them to win a national championship solely based on since his injury, right? And he's
Hmm.
been wearing that, that wrap around his hand.
Yeah,
Since that injury, this is the most yards he's thrown for in a game, and really it was two deep passes that got him there.
yeah.
So,
Really, one of them wasn't even a deep pass. But I will
yeah,
say this: outside of the picks, which one of them was unfortunate, the other two
one
were
of them
absolutely
was
atrocious.
yes,
Just bad.
yes,
Well, even the second one, I didn't feel like was a. I felt like the read was right. The safety made a great play on the ball,
yeah,
but the read, I felt like the read was correct. I felt like that was the open route. Just the safety
that's
broke
true.
on it and read Mateer's eyes. The third pick was horrible. That was a horrendous ball. Like, God, he just basically threw it to him. But outside of those three passes, I felt like Mateer threw the ball really well. I mean, he across the middle, he was throwing it well. Giovanni Gibson had a good game catching the
Yeah,
ball. You
yeah,
know, I
no,
he could have done more damage if Caden Helms catches that little flat route in the first quarter. I mean, it was
yeah,
a behind him ball, but if he catches it, he's going. Giovanni Gibson missed one up the middle that was wide open. I mean,
yeah. That's the thing is if it's starting to now hinge on the identity of the team is like, hey, we're just gonna keep pitting them deep. Defense is gonna play good. War of attrition. Offense is gonna break a big play. We're gonna
mm,
score. We're gonna hold them. We're gonna score 17 points a week. When they get in the college football playoff, I think that's where it goes. It's gonna become a problem because they're going to force Mateer to throw the ball more because the inconsistencies right now of the run game. That's
yeah.
where I think will get them in trouble in the college football playoff. That's my
Just
opinion.
consistency offensively would be great. Just because I think early Mateer gets rattled and then he just kind of settles into the game as it comes along. But I do
Yeah,
think that they're going to need more offensively against the better teams on like a neutral site or something like that. They're going to need to be able to score points offensively.
Yeah, that's why I think is going to be required to win the national championship. But I think as it sits right now, they can win. It just things have to. I mean, the has to be things have to go their way, kind of thing. But I do think they're a couple of years away from being elite, both sides of the ball. Like if you get this line figured out to where OU can have a dependable run game, I think that helps your quarterback. Um, but I like where they're at everywhere. They just need a couple of years on offense, a year or two, maybe. They need to find a dude at receiver. I think Satanga is. Listen, I
he's the
hear
only
people
one
all the
that's
time, bro.
showing that.
people keep talking about Deion Burks like he's like Deion Burks is a top 100 receiver, like the only top 100 player on the offense. That is absolutely insane to me because I honestly, deep down, I think Sategna's better than him.
No,
Like,
right
and that's
now
not,
he's proving it with when he gets the ball.
bro. Even and it's not just his elite speed. He caught a couple of balls yesterday, and he's been doing it all year. Contested one-on-one balls, and he's winning.
Hmm. Yeah,
He's coming across the middle and getting popped, and he's holding onto the ball.
yeah.
Like he's just
And
been fantastic as a receiver, multi-level receiver.
I think it was not quite unexpected that he was going to do that, but everybody was expecting Gibson and Burks because Burks was coming back. Gibson
Yeah,
had a lot of hype around him, so Satania was kind of like the punt return guy that was like the third receiver that would
yeah.
be in on a couple of packages and stuff. But he's gone to show like he's probably their number one receiver right now.
I think I think he's I think he's the first 1,000 yard receiver since CeeDee Lamb. Because I know Marvin Mims never hit 1,000.
No,
I'm pretty
he
sure
just had
Satagna got to 1,000 last week or just yesterday. I'm trying to figure
Zion.
out.
I can't spell for sure. That's Satania. Let's go to
He's at
his.
948, so
Yeah,
more than likely he'll hit a
he.
thousand yards in the bowl
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Like,
And he's done that on 65 catches
yeah,
total. So I look at those. That's what I look at the most is what do you do with the receptions that you do get? Because
no,
I mean, I don't think it's going to pull up his targets right now, but for the most part, like you're being efficient with your touches, so that's what you need from a guy. You need him to be consistent whenever he gets the ball in his hands. And so if he's doing that, then hey, keep popping off, King. You know, especially coming from Arkansas. Good God, I didn't realize you went to Arkansas.
yeah,
But
yeah,
no, definitely that's what will help them and spring them forward. Um, John Mateer just has to play consistently, and he has to
yeah,
put the ball in the right spot. And because I think right now, I think we're all in agreement, even though Marlon's not in here yet, they're still not showing a way to run the ball. They're not.
yeah,
It's you get some pop plays every now and again, but then it's just well, and I honestly think it's because they're not getting these guys out in space.
yeah.
They're like, hey, here's a dive. Here's a zone. Here's another dive. Here's another zone. They don't even quick pitch it. I
Mm-mm.
don't really even see quick pitches. It's just,
I miss the classic like single back. Single back, run the little stretch plays where the running back stretches the line of scrimmage and looks for the lane to cut up
yeah,
and goes.
exactly.
Like that's what
Yeah.
DeMarco Murray was so good at, just being a one cut back.
Hmm.
Stretch the line, find the lane, and cut. I don't
Well,
feel
I
like
mean,
no.
they're running in between the tackles every play. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
They're every single like ball that they get. That's why it looks so inconsistent. And
Yeah,
so I'm looking at the OC like, hey man, if you actually want to be able to run the ball in late game situations, if you're up with trying to burn some clock, do something different. Because
yeah,
how many games have we watched where OU gets the ball back with like 4 minutes left? And they can absolutely squeeze the clock that way and wrap the game up. But what happens? First two runs don't work. They throw on third down. They either get it or they don't get it, and then they punt.
yeah,
And then the defense goes back out there, makes a crazy stop, ends the game. That's exactly what happened against Michigan.
yeah,
I believe against Michigan, that's exactly how it happened. They had the ball late, had to punt it, had to stop them. And that's because I think that was R. Mason Thomas that
Auburn.
popped the yeah. Oh,
That was
Auburn game. Yeah,
Auburn.
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was the Auburn game.
Michigan we won
But
24-13,
oh
and it
yeah,
was
my bad.
24-6 or 24-7, and Michigan scored late.
Scored late. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So it was the Auburn game. My fault. But yeah,
yeah,
you're looking at those games and you're like, man, what the fuck? You know, you should be able to
yeah.
run the
We
ball in
should be
that
able to kill the
situation.
clock. Yeah, 4 minute offense, get a couple of first downs, wrap it up.
You know, let them burn their timeouts, do all that, and then wrap the
Yeah.
game up. But they haven't been able to do that on a consistent clip.
Right. On that note, I got to get the fuck out of here.
Yes, sir. All right.
We will table the UFC talk to next weekend.
Yes, sir. Y'all be
I will
easy.
leave. I will leave with. I appreciate everybody that continues to listen. Um, encourage your friends to tune in, man, and leave comments, man. We want to hear opinions and comments on what y'all think about the things we talk about. So that's all I got.
Yeah. Yes, sir. We out. Peace.